Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Hardcore Minecraft and hoping to serve a nice boring video today. Two plans. First, to lay down with the sun. Second, to use wheat to lure some simple-minded sheep into jumping into a sheepfold. Along the way, we'll probably breed a couple of cows, and then if all of that works out well, just lay down for the night real quick to start the video. But if all that works out well, then we'll go and try to do some archaeology. But I am hopeful that it should be pretty swift. We're going to lose this axe soon, but we've got a stone one. And we're probably going to ignore any melons that we see just because there's so many. But pumpkins are, of course, the whole point of what we're doing here, so we're going to pick them up. After the pumpkins, then we'll be able to, because we're just going to go ahead and start selling them there. Although getting more might be good, because as soon as I just get him to be able to buy melons, or to figure out that he's not going to be able to and get another one going, but because he gets very limited amount of experience from the earlier levels, so we're just going to not even worry about that. But yeah, the melons are really popping up, but we're not going to worry too much about that. That's just a great success, and we will worry about appropriately using the melons at a later time. But right now we're just going to toss all those in there. He apparently can open a gate, or else he got stuck out there somewhere else. So maybe they can open gates, and I want to make sure that I keep everything away from them. But we're going to break this smoker again and hope that we get a roll where he'll buy chicken, because that is the thing that I anticipate having the most of here in the short term. But we're just going to run over in this direction on the savannah and to get some cows, or rather sheep. And there might have been some over there as well, but there definitely were over here. And I say definitely, I remember seeing them. Yes, there we go. The sheep of our dreams. It's a little bit further away than I remember it being. It's a lot further away than I remember it being, but it doesn't matter. They will follow me happily, and we will become one big happy family, and probably nothing bad will ever happen to them because they met me. Probably. But real quick, we are just going to shear them along the way. And rather than going with, I guess I could just go, yeah, wheat in the offhand, and say it out loud so that I'll remember that I'm not carrying a shield in case I get into a fight. But I shouldn't be getting into a fight. I should just be slowly bringing all of them along. And I really only have to have two, but obviously a couple more wouldn't go amiss. So third-person view so that I can more easily walk around. And a very, very important time here. We'll go ahead and induce some babies to be born, and then we will keep on running, and then when we arrive, we'll have slightly more. Come on now. This is the opposite of real life shepherding, where they just kind of walk. You have to direct them here. So we will carefully walk backwards, trying not to lose too many of them. But if we lose one or two, it'll be all right. And then we'll also just shear a couple more as we go, and that'll give us enough for, I mean, like, by the time we get back to where we're going, we're probably gonna have enough for like 5 or 6 beds, which is just awesome. That poor turtle is stuck on the land. Oh, poor old guy. He's moving so slow. They'll be okay. Sheep getting a little bit distracted. We lost one. That's okay. Sometimes you lose a sheep or two. That's just the way that it is. But we've got both new sheep and 3 of the old sheep, and that's just as good as the 4. And we're probably like half of the way home now, so very awesome. Leading the lambs, not to slaughter, just to a nice, safe zone where we'll repeatedly shear them. But again, I don't even think that getting them for meat is part of the plan, because although you could do that, it just seems inefficient. Although maybe somebody buys the meat and the wool both, but I mean, I've had like a couple of pig farms, and I don't think they're good at all because you only get the pig meat, which you can sell for emeralds, but you can sell like practically everything for emeralds. So I just think that although the pigs are a level 1 meat that you sell, and stuff like beef is later, but speaking of, I need to set up my chicken farm. But speaking of farms, yes, come inside. Come inside. No, you will see. It'll be a wonderful place for all of us. And I think we're going to just break it open for right now to get them inside. And then we'll rebuild it around them. We can go ahead. And yeah, excellent. Brilliant. Perfect. We'll need a little bit more space for them so that they can get ideal... Yep, see, there you go. Whenever they eat a little bit of grass, they get their coat back, so you have to have plenty of grass coverage. But I think, yeah, so 11 wool, very awesome. The little kid sheep eat more grass than the adults do, or seem to anyway. And sometimes you can get items that are on the inside, and other times it does not work so well at all. But this is, of course, just the beginning of a farm. I don't think they need water, but it makes me feel bad as a person to not have the animals have any water at all. So there's a little bit of water for them. They can do what they like with it. And now we'll probably just, okay, yeah, this tree is still got 1 piece of wood, so we will actually probably build up to it rather than do what I normally do and jump repeatedly, because that'll mess up my crops here. All right, a wonderful and rousing success. We can run back up to this guy and throw food at him. No, we'll make some beds real quick. So we'll just cut down a couple of trees. I think it's only like 3 planks for a bed. So out of that, we should be able to get, yeah, 5 more beds made. And then we're going to go ahead and make all of the bread, and we'll just worry about breeding more of them later because we want to get some more villagers going on in this town. And because I'm a very lazy person, we're not going to build them new houses or anything yet. We're just going to run up to them, throw all of the junk on the ground, and turn this cleric tower into a row house. That'll be good, you know. It's a place for the poor to live, which is a laudable goal for the clerical class. You know, they don't all have to exploit the needy. They can help them out too. And in this village, that's exactly what the clerics will want to do. Speaking of the needy, they don't need this table, and we're just going to put another bed there. And now, as if overnight, they're going to have enough beds for twice as many people in the town. and hopefully they will avail themselves of them soon enough. And we're just going to go and try and hunt down a couple more melons. There's fresh iron golem and old iron golem, but I'm hopeful to get a third one before too long. Can get another cow here. And this is my favorite part of Minecraft, is where you just run around and you have an embarrassing amount of melons and you think, what am I even doing here? And you realize you're having the time of your life. And that's what I'm doing right now. But we're going to continue with the plan. We threw a ton of bread at the villagers. I think they picked it up. I didn't really look. But the sun's going down, so we're going to go ahead and run to our pets. I want to find a bit of fish before night, but I don't want to stay out too late. All right, there we go. And we got something. We picked up something from that fish that got us some new recipes, or from the ground, so we'll see what that is. And all of our pets happy to see us. And of course, time to... Oh, it was bone meal itself that we got. A salmon for Bella. A delicious crackling wheat seed for Garuda. And yeah, this isn't too scandalous. He won't get the wrong idea. And some nice raw chicken for Ajax. I decided we're going to call this dog Ajax. He is nice and strong and bold. And I think it's a good name for him. We've got 40 emeralds, which is, I mean, beyond a good start. It's a great start. It's a great place to be at with 40 emeralds. But I think... I'm just not sure where we go from here. I need to get more iron, obviously. I'm out of iron for tools, and I'm back down into the Stone Age. But we're just going to lay down real quick and... A look at the clock in real life shows me that I actually had less time to do this video than I had anticipated, so I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and end it here. That way I'll have plenty of time to do my real life obligations. So a little bit of a shorter one today, although I didn't say it at the beginning, which is probably why it was possible. But as we gaze out at the pumpkins growing, feels nice. We've got various rows of crops, and I think, yeah, we'll just make a couple more windows right before we finish up, because I wanted to. And super impractical window with exposed jungle vine there. We'll take care of that. Actually, that's too silly. And a hoe is the traditional thing for breaking the leaves, but you can use whatever thing you've got on you. And that's much nicer. We'll have the vines going down, but not the leaves, and just be able to see out there. And then we'll place another block here, and that'll be a set of windows for us. We'll be able to gaze out, and just got a real good feeling about this place. This is a good world. I think we'll always get to stay. 'Cause the amazing thing about like melon and pumpkin farming is essentially the beginning planting is the only planting that you have to do, with very rare exceptions. You can just always go to the sides, which I've not really exploited before, but I definitely look forward to doing so. We're just going to grab bread and potatoes and more potatoes and carrots, and when we go into town in the next video, we'll be throwing them at all the people, going down, shearing some more sheep, and doing Sean Connery impressions. But until then, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and well, I know not a lot happened except for, a good and focused meeting of objectives. So perhaps in the next video we will deliver more boring fare just like this on our quest to live forever in hardcore Minecraft.